Welcome back. This week we're going to be taking a look at the biblical basis for missional living. Living as a Christian out in the culture, in society, and why we should do that. We could go to a lot of passages. Jonah, for example, where God sends him to the pagan Ninevites. Jeremiah 29, where the people of God are spread in foreign cities, pagan cities. And he says, seek the prosperity and peace of the community you're in. Live as my people there. For if it prospers, you will prosper too. We are to seek the good and the blessing of the community we're living in. And then John 1:14, which says, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. He left the comforts of heaven to come to us. And so he expects us to live the same way, to sacrifice our comforts, to go to others and proclaim the gospel of them. 2 Corinthians 2:14 through 17 says, we are the aroma of Christ to both Christians and non-Christians. So the question is, how can non-Christians get a good whiff of Christ if we're never around them? If we only hang out with each other? And then, of course, the classic text in Matthew 28 where Jesus says, the risen Jesus says, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you. And lo, I'm with you always, even to the end of the age. And so this is the biblical basis. God sent his Son. His Son left heaven and came to us, and we are to go to our neighbors, to our community, and live as Christians. Now here's how that plays out, and here's where I think the Christian church, often we individually too, make a mistake in our thinking. In society, in our culture, you've got all these individual silos of education and business and the arts and athletics and all these other things, and then Christians say, oh yeah, church, yeah, that's one too. The Bible would say, no way. No, Jesus says no. The church, the people of God, church isn't a building, it's people. The church ought to be this way. Ought to be living in each of these areas as Christians. So go coach a soccer team as a Christian. Go do art. Go sing if you have that ability. Go into the arts in the community and live as a Christian there among other people. Let them get an aroma of Christ from you in your business, in your neighborhood, in your schools. That's how the church is supposed to live out the gospel. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.